Hello, my name is Carmel and I work with Eastside Neighborhood Services with the Vital Living Program. And thank you for joining me today for another week of Vital Fitness. So we'll go ahead and get seated in our chairs. Make sure it's a chair with no wheels underneath. And let's go ahead and take a few deep breaths in and out. So go ahead and inhale, take a deep breath in. And exhale, take a deep breath out. Inhale, take a deep breath in. Exhale, take a deep breath out. One more, take a deep breath in and inhale. And exhale it all out. So thank you for joining me today. This is an all abilities exercise class. And so get seated in your chairs, feel a little bit more comfortable at first, and we'll start warming up. And so let's start with our head and our neck just moving. We're going to look up to the ceiling, look straight ahead, and then down to the floor. Because this is an all abilities exercise class, feel free to just change up the pace of how you do this to really just warm up and also do a comfortable range of motion for your head and your neck and for any other body part that we exercise today. A few more times here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And last one. Let's look side to side this time. So look to the right, look straight ahead, and to the left. It's just your head and your neck moving. So try and keep your shoulders in place. And just feel that neck stretch side to side. Make sure you have comfortable clothing on as well. We want to be able to move around. We're not going to be moving too much. A lot of seated and standing exercises today, but want to be able to feel comfortable in our movements when we do this. So one more. Okay. Moving down to our shoulders this time. We are going to roll our shoulders forward. So what that means is just making small circles with your shoulders. Imagine you're drawing a circle with your shoulder here. So taking deep breaths in and out. Release the tension that you might be feeling in your shoulders. Taking deep breaths in and out. And let's roll it backwards this time. Same motion, just the other direction. Feeling a bit of your upper back, chest maybe, that's also stretching as you move your shoulders. And rest your shoulders. Take another deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, we're going to start off by just raising our hands right in front of us, just at chest level, and then bringing it back down. So we are warming up here. If you feel like you already want a challenge, you can do this with weights in hand, and you can do that right away. But of course, because we're warming up, I'm not going to do it with weights right now. I'll do that maybe in a little bit when we add our weight exercises in. So taking deep breaths in and out. And again, remember that you can change up the pace. So what I'm doing is simply a guide for you, but it's not, you don't have to mirror exactly what I look like as you do these movements. So you know your body best and what it can handle. So go ahead and make sure that you're listening to your body the whole entire time as you do this. Okay, if you can raise your arms a little bit higher, go ahead and do that. Maybe this time it's at a diagonal, not quite above our heads yet. But taking deep breaths in and out. And keeping the same pace for when you raise your hands up and bring them back down. You're not just letting it fall down, you know? You're actually guiding your hands through the movement the whole way through. Okay, go ahead and raise your hands all the way up above your head this time. Your fingertips pointing to the ceiling if you can. If you can't, that's okay. You just work at the height that works for you. Taking deep breaths in and out. And we're going to do 3 more of these. So here's 3, and 2, and 1. Then release. Shake that off. Take another deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Deep breath in, and deep breath out. Okay, still working on your arms here. We are going to have one arm off to the side and then have it come across our body. Notice that my shoulders, they're staying in place. They're not following along. So make sure your upper body is facing the front the whole entire time as you switch your arms doing left and right. So try not to move with this. Try not to do this when you're training your shoulders, but just try to face the front the whole entire time as we continue to have our arms outstretched. I'm sure they're getting tired, so we'll just go for about 20 more seconds here. Taking deep breaths in and out. Really feeling that shoulder stretch, a little bit of your tricep. I know that's what I feel is getting stretched with me. Okay, let's do 3 more. So here's 3, and 2, and 1. And rest. Shake that off. Okay. Let's start with our legs now this time. So I'm going to back up a bit here. So take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Another deep breath in. And deep breath out. So watching my feet here, I'm simply going to raise my heels off the ground, and then I'm going to raise my toes off the ground. So lifting my heels, and then lifting my toes up. Really just warming up those ankles, feeling those stretches here and there as we raise the toes, raise the heels, and just switch back and forth. And the rest of your body is really relaxed. It's just your legs that are activating, mostly your calves as you do this movement. And don't forget to keep on breathing as well. If you ever need to take a break, feel free to. We save these videos every week, so if you ever miss a few parts of it, you can come back to it. Or if you'd like to just keep on watching it for the rest of the week, go ahead and do that as well. So there's multiple ways to stay connected, either through our Facebook page or through our YouTube page as well, our YouTube channel. We've been posting these videos as well. So go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, rest your feet Now your ankles are a little bit warmed up here. This time we are going to raise one leg at a time here. So I'll be a little bit this way. And we're going to raise one leg up and then set it back down. Raise the other leg up and back down. So again, I am simply a guide, maybe just a skeleton of what this movement could look like. If you can't raise your legs as high, that's okay. You don't have to look exactly how I'm doing it. Maybe you're even more flexible and you want to push even further. Go ahead and do that. But as long as we keep on moving here, that's the important part. As we alternate our legs, outstretching them and bring them back down. Taking deep breaths in and out. Okay, one more on each side. So one, and down. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. This time we're going to raise both our legs up. So go ahead and raise them up high. And we are going to do flutter kicks this time. So flutter kicks, simply have your legs outstretched and kicking. You can kick right here if you're starting to feel tired, but raise it as high up as you can and taking deep breaths in and out. You can point your toes or flex them. So this is flexing them where you bring your toes kind of as close to your leg as possible or as far away from your leg by pointing your toes. Up to you. And so we're going to do it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And hold. Hold it up in the air. Hold it for a few seconds. And bring it back down. Okay, take another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Grab some water. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. One more time. Okay, again, remember to have that water right by you. You want to stay hydrated throughout the whole time. Drink water even if you're not thirsty. So that's how we stay hydrated because you're already dehydrated if you are thirsty. And you don't want that. Okay. Now we're going to do our sit to stand exercise. So stay seated in your chair. Again, remember, it should be a chair with no wheels underneath. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Release any tension that you have. Rest your arms at your side. And there's multiple ways to do this sit to stand exercise. And I'll show one of the ways here first. So this one is the same for everyone. You're going to stay seated in your chair and you're going to stretch forward, take a deep breath in, and exhale, take a deep breath out. Try that again. Inhale as you stretch forward. Exhale as you come back. One more time. Inhale and exhale. So that is the first part to our sit to stand. We are going to do our second part now this time. I'm going to show how to do it with a chair. So I'm going to do the chair assisted version of this. So grab a chair, put it in front of you, and with that in front of you, you're going to use this to boost yourself up. So this is another way to do the sit to stand. So I'm going to start with our first motion again. First motion of just leaning over, no lifting yet. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to lift a little, a few inches off our chair. So go ahead and inhale and exhale. Okay, let's try those two again. So this is me using a chair. You don't need the chair to do this. So I will show what that looks like. And let's start with our first motion. Lifting, or no lifting just yet, just stretching over, then coming back. And then we're going to do our second motion where we lift a little, this time without a chair in front of us. Okay, take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, so go ahead, inhale as you stretch, and exhale. Now lift a little this time, inhale, and exhale. So a good way to do this is to really use those arms for momentum if you can. Of course, be mindful of what your body capabilities are as well, but that is one way to do that. Another way to do this as well is to help your legs with that momentum. So let's take another deep breath in, deep breath out. We're going to do the same exact thing. Choose whichever variation works best for you. So the first part, no lifting yet. Let's go ahead and inhale and exhale. Now we're going to rock back. We're going to use those legs for momentum, and we're going to push our legs to the ground. Inhale and exhale. So that's another way to add momentum to that movement so that you lift a little bit off your chair and then gently come back. Try not to plop down in your chair. And of course, if you cannot get off your chair, that's completely fine. You can keep on stretching over and then coming back, stretching over, coming back, or having that small chair, that chair in front of you to help maybe imagine as though you're stretching forward and then coming back. And then you can't quite lift a little, but you know you're still going for that lean forward and then coming back. That's still the same exercise. You're still doing a lot of the similar movements that we're doing, and that's the important part, as long as you keep on trying. Let's take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay, the last part to our sit to stand is, of course, standing up. And so make sure you're seated in your chair, feet are flat on the floor. You're always up straight. You're never really hunching over and leaning forward. Don't do that, because you want to keep your chin up and look straight ahead. So let's go ahead, do our first motion, no lifting yet. We're going to inhale as we lean forward. Exhale. Lift a little this time. Inhale. And exhale. And stand all the way up. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, we're going to do that one more time here. So before you sit back down, we're going to make sure the back of our legs is touching the chair right here. And we know where we are. We know where we're going to sit down. And let's go ahead and take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out and exhale as we sit back down gently, slowly. And we're back in our chair, ready to go one more time here. Again, remember, you don't have to look like me as we do this. If you want to stay seated the whole time throughout the time that we have today for exercise, go ahead and do that. It's completely okay as long as we keep on moving. That's the important part. Okay, take another deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Sit towards the edge of your chair. Feet are flat. Posture is upright the whole time, and you're looking up as well. And let's go ahead, stretch forward, take a deep breath in, deep breath out. We're going to lift a little this time. Inhale and exhale. Now stand all the way up. Inhale and exhale. Okay, stay standing if you would like to continue standing up. Drink some water if you need to. We are going to stand right behind our chair this time. Okay, so standing right behind your chair here, we are going to start off with just warming up our ankles again. So I'm going to put my chair to the side so you can see what I'm doing here. But hold on to the chair for support if you need to, and extend one leg out, doesn't matter which one, but extend one leg out, and you're going to draw a circle with your toes. So it doesn't matter which direction you start off with first, and you can do this seated down as well. So just extending a leg out, drawing a circle with your toes, feeling that ankle warm up again a little bit more, and switch directions. Taking deep breaths in and out as you stretch. Feel that ankle. Want to keep it mobile. Our ankle is our strong base of support, and so it's important to keep on moving it around, keeping it nice and well oiled, I guess you could say. Okay, switch. Other leg this time, stretch out, same thing, and then draw a circle with your toes. Maybe you might hear noises. I know I did in my ankle sometimes. It does that. As long as it doesn't hurt, it's just noises, then you're fine. If something is hurting, like a sharp pain of some sort, you don't want that at all. That's not what you should stop, take a pause, kind of check back in with your body if it's okay. Want to make sure we stay safe throughout the whole time here. Switch directions. We know our body best and what our abilities are, so you want to make sure that you are listening to it when you do any of the movements that we have today. Okay, go ahead and rest your leg. Shake that off a bit. Okay, we are going to go again behind our chair. I'm going to show you a side view of this movement. So there is a foot movement to this as well as an arm movement, but I'll show what the feet look like first. We are simply going to go up on our toes, tippy toes, and then back down. So lifting our heels and then coming back down. And this is the whole movement of what our legs are doing. Now, if we are going to add our arms to it, go ahead, grab those weights. I have 2-pound weights here, so this is something that you have at home, then go ahead and use that. If you don't, you can substitute with cans of soup, water bottles, anything that's about the same weight so that both of your hands get the same type of workout and not one is heavier than the other. But go ahead and grab on to 1 or 2 of these. And what we're going to do, I'm going to face the front here, but I'm going to show you just what my arms are doing. I'm simply going to curl my arms and then release it back down, making sure it's a controlled effort the whole way through. I'm not just letting the weights drop as I bring my arms back down, but we can do this. And so this time we're going to add the legs to it. This is the part where you can choose to simply do this with one arm here. So I'm going to let go of that weight. I only have my weight in this arm right here. I'm holding on to that chair, and then I am going to go up on my toes and back down to the floor. So I have my other hand for support on the back of the chair, going up on my toes and back down, going up on my toes and back down. So this is what I'm doing right here, and this is what we want to be doing. And if you can't, that's okay. Remember that whenever we go up on our toes, we're also raising this arm up. So going up on our toes, curling our arm, straightening back out. And let's do one more before we switch to the other side. So switching to the other side, go ahead and have your other arm. And of course, if you were doing this with two at the same time, well, you're just going to keep on going then. So go ahead and do this. Also, if you're sitting down, it's the same thing. You're sitting down, lifting your heels at the same time as curling your arms. So this one is adaptable, sitting down. And one more. And release. Okay, go ahead and rest these off to the side again. So both our legs and our arms, they're getting a lot of good exercise right now. Taking deep breath in and out. Okay, standing behind your chair again here. We are going to extend and stretch one leg out to the side and then bring it back to center. Extend that same leg, we're not switching legs, out to the side and back to center. So it's just one leg at a time is moving here. You're simply focusing on one leg. Your other leg is nice and stationary in the center. I'm going to move this a bit to the side for you to see. But I'm simply extending my leg. I don't really have much weight on it. All my weight is kind of in this one leg that's just stationary here. And one more. Okay, and switch. Other leg this time. So same thing, extending it out, stretching it out, and coming back to center. Stretching it out, come back to center. And keep on going, taking deep breaths in and out as you do this movement. Drink water if you need to, take a break if you need to, up to you. One more here. Okay, we're going to go back to this leg again. And with this leg, this time we're going to go to the side. So pointing straight to the side like what we were doing. Come back to center and then point it back and to center. So again, to the side and then point back. Now this is what I look like from this point of view. So I'm pointing my leg to the side here. And then when I point it back, like this, see how my body is still upright? I know that when we often want to extend our leg, keep it outstretched right here in the back, we might want to lean forward like this. Try not to do that. Try and keep yourself upright the whole entire time. So let me move a little bit here. Let's stretch to the side and then stretch back. So stretching to the side and stretch back. Face the front again, to the side and back, to the side and back. Okay, let's switch legs, other leg this time. Same thing, stretching to the side and back, stretching to the side and back. When we face this direction, to the side and back, to the side and back. Keep on going here. Okay, and one more. So stretching to the side and back. So that's a little bit of coordination, telling your leg to stretch side and back, same leg each time. Okay, we're going to keep on going with that same exercise, but this time we're going to add a small lift. So going to activate our hips a bit more. And what I mean by that is simply stretch your leg to the side again, and then once you have it outstretched, You're going to give it maybe an inch lift off the ground, an inch or two, and then come back to center. Let me face here, and then stretch it back. Again, keep yourself upright. You're not leaning over like this, but keep yourself upright if you can. Keep that leg outstretched, and then add a small lift. So let's try that again. Stretch to the side, and then add a lift. Stretching to the back, and add a lift. Let me face this side, side, and lift, side, and lift. Again, side, lift, stretch back, and lift. Okay, switch legs this time, other leg. Still doing the same exact thing. So stretching to the side and lift, stretching back and lift. Again, side, lift, back, lift. Let me face this side, side, lift, back, lift. Keep yourself upright, side, lift, and back, lift. Last one, side, lift, and back, lift. So that one is really good. It's almost a full body exercise in a way, maybe just without your arms. But I know I was clenching my core to keep myself upright for balance. And also, of course, my legs, even a little bit of my butt was working hard, especially when we do those lifts to the back here. Kind of feel that right there in your glutes. So take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, deep breath in, and deep breath out. So feel your chair behind you. We are going to sit back down again here and take another deep breath in. You know where you're going to sit down, so gently lower yourself into your chair as you exhale it all out. And take another deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Okay. Drink some water, take a bit of a break. I hope you're all feeling okay. Okay, so our legs, they're probably quite tired, so we're going to take a bit of a break from them and come back to our upper body here. So let's relax for a second and let's actually do some deep breathing here. So let's place our hands on our stomach and we're going to do something called belly breathing. So we're going to inhale and feel your stomach push out. So inhale through your nose, push your stomach out like you're inflating a balloon, and then exhale. Your stomach comes back in, you're deflating that balloon. So try that again. Inhale, inflating the balloon in your stomach. Exhale, deflating the balloon in your stomach. Try it 3 more times here. Inhale, pushing out, and exhale, coming back in. Inhale, push your stomach out. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Fill it up all the way to your stomach and exhale. So your stomach kind of getting all that air within your lungs and out of it really helps to actually decrease stress as well, that belly breathing, instead of focusing all of your breathing in your chest, like your chest, inflating and inflating and deflating. You're feeling that more shifting that focus down to your stomach, and then you feel even more of a relaxing feeling from it. So it's a good one to practice. It takes a while. I know it took me a while to try and figure out how exactly it feels or works, but keep on practicing that. It's a good stress reliever as well. So let's take another deep breath in and out and grab onto our weights. Again, remember, you can use things that you have around the house to substitute for this. Cans of soup, cans of anything else, anything that's about the same weight for each hand. So resting at your sides, we're simply just going to warm up with these for now. So to warm up, we are going to shrug our shoulders up and down. So bring it up, bring it back down. Imagine as though you're trying to touch your ears, your shoulders, going all the way up, going all the way down, and keep the same speed as you do this. Again, don't let the weight pull you down. Don't let gravity pull you down as you do this. You need to keep the same movement so that we keep ourselves safe. That's the important part to this. And it makes it more difficult as well for your muscles. They probably are starting to strain a bit more, and it's good exercise for them too. But most importantly, it's to keep yourself safe. You want to make sure that whenever you have anything with weights, even if they're just smaller weights, that you're not just flinging it around and letting gravity take over. Okay, one last. Take another deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. One more. So I am just going to hang on to one weight now. Feel free to hold on to both if you would like that challenge. But I'm just going to grab onto one right now. And I'm going to hold it with both hands right here in front of me, just at chest level. And so what I'm going to do with this one is a bit of a twisting motion, left and right. As I swing these arms, they're straight in front of me. I think it might be easier for you to see me when I face this direction. But have your hands straight out in front of you, and then twist to the side. Imagine you're putting this in your pocket, so right at your hip here if you can, and then come back, other side. So in front of you, twist to the other side, in front, and twist. So you're doing multiple things here as you do this. So stretch your arms out in front of you, put your weight in your pocket, in front, weight in your pocket. You can do this without a weight if you're starting to get tired or if you don't have any weights. Just clasp your hands together and do the same thing. It's almost like, imagine you're rowing a boat in a way. You're using those paddles, you're canoeing. Imagine you're canoeing across a lake or a river, wherever you feel like canoeing, and taking deep breaths in and out. I'm going to face you in front of me now this time so that you see how my body kind of twists side to side, and you feel your core, which is your abdomen area, your stomach. It's working hard as you do these side to side switches. Let me face this direction. Okay, let's just do 3 more on each side here. So here is 3 and 2 and 1. And relax. Let go of that weight. If you have that on you, take a deep breath in again and out. Deep breath in and out. One more time, deep breath in and out. Drink some water, make sure you're not dehydrated, you're not thirsty. Okay, so continuing with our obliques, actually, the sides of our abs right here. That's what we were working on as we were twisting. We're going to keep on working on it for a little bit more, maybe a bit of a stretch now this time because we worked hard on this. So we are going to turn to the side, our shoulders following through this time, and then face straight ahead, turn to the side, face straight ahead. So if you remember from earlier, we were just moving our head and our neck as we look side to side, but this time we are turning our shoulders along with it, and you probably feel that stretch right here because we were working hard on those obliques, the sides of our abdomen and our core. If you feel ready to, feel free to look all the way back behind you. So stretching, really feeling that stretch. You're really looking all the way back, being aware of your surroundings as you turn side to side. And feel free to also change up the pace. Sometimes it's actually a little bit more difficult to do this slower because then you have to really control your body as you move. You pay attention to kind of soaking up every second in which your body moves if you move slower sometimes. So go ahead and try to change up the speeds, do some different variations to change it up. So we are going to do one more on each side here. So here's one, and last one. And relax. Take another deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more time. And out. Okay, we're going to relax our upper body this time. It was working hard. Let's come back to our legs here. So actually, let's go ahead and do one more sit to stand. But before we do that sit to stand, let's warm up our ankles once more here. So I'm going to go ahead and face this side right here. And what we're going to do, we are going to lift one heel up. So if you can look at my feet here, I'm going to lift one heel up, and then I'm going to draw a circle with that heel. So it's a little hard to see, so that's what it looks like. This is what it looks like from the front. You're kind of drawing a circle with the heel, and your toes are still on the ground. We usually do this exercise standing up, but let's do it sitting down this time. Your toes are in contact with the ground. You're drawing a circle with your heel. As long as you keep that in mind, that often helps out. Switch directions. Taking deep breaths in and out. Again, remember to have that heel, drawing that circle as you do this movement. Waking up your ankle again. We're not quite waking it up. It's been a week. We've been working on it, but letting it warm up again. Okay, switch feet this time. Again, same thing with this foot. Lift your heel up. So if you look at this foot right here, I'm lifting it up, and then I'm going to draw a circle with that heel. So I'm drawing a circle with that heel. Toes are still on the ground here. Just imagine drawing as big of a circle as you can with that heel. rolling that ankle. It's a bit of an odd, awkward movement in a way, but it's a good one because it also stretches out your ankle here. So it's a good exercise to do. And keep on going. Taking deep breaths in and out. Switch directions now. Okay, just a few more and then we are gonna come back and start our sit to stand exercise. Okay, so go ahead and rest your feet. Take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, another deep breath in, and deep breath out. Okay. So stay seated in your chair, maybe a few inches forward, so sitting towards the edge, feet flat on the floor, posture is upright, and arms that are at your sides. Take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. Okay, so we're going to do our sit to stand here. Our first part to our sit to stand is simply leaning over, stretching, inhale, exhale, lift a little this time, inhale, and exhale, try not to flop down, and standing up, inhale, and exhale. And let's stay standing for those folks who want to continue standing up. And we're going to work a bit on our balance here. So you can hold on to the chair for support if you need to, when we move side to side and do some shifts in our weight. But I'm going to do this without a chair in front of me so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. So, okay, go ahead, stand about hip width apart, just right underneath your hips here. So make sure that when you stand, you're also slightly bent. Your knees are soft. We want to protect our knees. So that's why we don't have our knees locked in place when we're standing up. But take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And feel the weight in your feet. Feel it in your heels, in the center of your foot, towards your toes. Feel that weight. And feel that weight shift to your toes. I'm going to face this direction a bit here so that you can see. Knees are slightly bent, keep them soft. Feel that weight shift to your toes. Feel it in the center of your foot, and then feel it back towards your heels. Now remember, we're keeping the feet flat the whole entire time. So when we do this, there's going to be barely any movement, but what we are focusing on is just our body awareness of where our weight is within our feet. So feeling that weight shift towards the front of our foot, so we're slightly leaning forward. Feel that weight back in the center. Then feel that weight towards our heels. And then shift back to center. Again, shift forward, feel that weight forward. Back to the center of our foot. Feel that weight towards our heels. And back to center. Keep on going, keeping the feet flat the whole time. So you don't want to raise your feet, when you're shifting back or raising your toes up when you do that. Keep the feet flat as much as possible. And it's really, you're testing your sense of balance here, what your limits are for coming forward and coming back. And this is something that we teach in our Tai Chi class. our Tai Chi class, Tai Chi Chuan, Moving for Better Balance. It's a class where we really focus on our body and wanting to make sure that we know where our weight is placed within our feet, like that really small movements. It's a little bit hard to think of at first if you've never done it before, but with practice, it becomes a little bit easier. So keep on shifting that weight, keeping the feet flat on the floor. I'm going to show what it looks like sitting down, just so everyone can participate here. Same thing if you're sitting down, feet flat on the floor. Take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. And for this one, because you're sitting down, you can actually feel that weight more in your toes by leaning far forward. Feel that weight more in your heels. And I feel it actually a bit in my chest, not my chest, my abdomen as well when I do that. So just coming forward and then coming back. So it's not quite the same movement because your center of gravity is mostly here in your glutes that are sitting down, but feel free to keep on moving. As long as you keep on moving, it's a good exercise, and try not to take too many breaks, unless you need to, of course. And that goes for anyone who's standing up and doing this exercise as well. So let's do one more here. Make sure the knees are soft. Feel that weight shift forward. Feel the weight in the center. Feel that weight shift to your heels. And come back to center. Okay, so same thing. We are going to shift right and left this time. Doing the same exact motion, same exact movements. And knees still soft and slightly bent. We're going to feel that weight on our right foot. Feel that weight on equal footing, and then feel your weight to our left. Shift back to center. Again, feel that weight to the right, shift back to center, and to the left, center. So this time, we are testing our limits, going side to side. I challenge you, if this feels easy to you, move slower. It becomes harder as you move slower, and you become more present with what your body is feeling the slower you move as well. So you're really controlling all of your minute little movements, your small movements. And it's a good balance exercise that we do with our Tai Chi class. Taking deep breaths in and out, in and out. I usually inhale as I lean to one side. So inhale, exhale, release. Inhale, exhale. Okay, one more on each side here. And go ahead and straighten those knees. You can have them locked in place again. You're standing straight up. We're going to take a break now. Well, not a break, but we're going to start cooling down. And let's go ahead. If you need to hold on to that chair for support, feel free and hold on to that. But we are going to move our head and our neck around. Let's start with that again before we end the day here. So this time, have your arms rest at your sides. You're pulling your shoulders down. Feel that pull down. And then you're going to try and reach over, bring your ear to your shoulder, but you're not bringing your shoulder to your ear like this. This is not what's happening because you're pulling both shoulders down. Switch sides. Taking deep breaths in and out. Switch sides again. Make sure you're pulling those shoulders down and you're trying to reach your ear all the way to the side as much as you can. Feel that stretch right here. Release any tension in your neck. Switch. Taking deep breaths in and out. One last time here. Let's take deep breaths in and out with this. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Switch. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Release. Okay. So I hope you all feel a little bit more good stretch right here in your head and your neck. This time, let's go ahead and stretch out our arms. So stretch your arm out to the side here, and then have it come across your body, similar to our initial exercises as we were beginning. But this time, take this hand, grab onto your forearm, and pull it a little bit more to the side. To pull it to the side, you should just feel a stretch right here and at your shoulder. Bring your shoulder down if you can to feel a stretch, a deeper stretch within your shoulder. And as long as you feel a stretch, that's only where you need to push towards. You don't have to push any further than that. And also breathe in and out as you do these stretches. Relax. Arm off to the side. Have it come across. Grab onto your forearm and pull it more to the side. Feel that stretch right here. Bring the shoulder down if you can. And feel that stretch. Release. Shake that off a bit. Let's move on to our hands this time. I'm going to sit a little bit closer so that you can see what I'm doing with my hands. But stretch your fingers out and then curl into a fist. Again, stretch it out and curl into a fist. Keep on moving them, taking deep breaths in and out as you do this. Now stretch your fingers out again. Have your palms face the floor and then face the ceiling. You can leave your fingers outstretched, feeling that energy radiate through your fingers, or you can leave it relaxed. Give a bit of a break. Focus on your wrists as they do this wrist rotation movement. And keep on going, taking deep breaths in and out, in and out. Okay, and have your fingers out and touch each finger with your thumb. So, touch each finger with your thumb. Feel free to vary the pace of which you do this. Vary the order in which you do it as well. It's a good brain exercise to change up the order and have both hands match up like this. It's a good one to do. And shake that off. And we're going to end with some belly breathing again here. So you can be standing up still or sitting down, up to you, but place your stomach or place your hands on your stomach here. And we're going to take a deep inhale, pushing our stomach out, inflating that balloon. And exhale. Again, inhale, pushing that stomach out, and exhale. Inhale Okay, thank you for joining me today. My name is Carmel and I work with Eastside Neighborhood Services. And this is our weekly Vital Fitness class that we have every Tuesday from 10:30 to 11:30. This All Abilities class, we'll keep on bringing it to you virtually here. And we hope to see you at any future programs that we have. I'm going to show a link here to our newsletter. And if you want to stay up to date with all the different classes that we have with the Vital Living program, feel free to look at that newsletter. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye. Thank you.